As befits the token grappler of the series, King has an array of unconventional throws with unique animations and difficult breaks, including his giant swing, shining wizard, and multiparts. Combine this with his powerful mids and devastating juggle damage, and you have an intimidating beast of a character. Strengths: excellent throws, which are mixed up with damaging mids. Good whiff punishment from crouching and standing. High damage juggles. Powerful homing moves. Good okizeme. Reliable block punishment. As found in the process of making this guide, an above average number of moves where King hits the opponent in the crotch.
Ah! My groin!
Weaknesses. Pokes are more vulnerable on whiff than most other characters. Tracking is weak outside of homing moves. Panic buttons and defensive options are limited. Mediocre sidestep. Off-axis and back-turn juggles are pretty terrible. King's down forward 1 is his primary mid poke, although this has been progressively toned down in almost every iteration of Tekken, and is unfortunately no longer plus 40-ish on block as it was in its glory days, as probably the most broken move ever. It's 14 frames, and very safe on block at -1, and can even be +1 at tip range or in meaty ground situations. It also hits fairly close to the ground, meaning that it is good against low profile moves, and cannot be parried, Jin aside. It has a delayable second hit in down forward 1-2, which is guaranteed on normal hit. However, the second hit is -10. Down forward 1 is also a bit more risky on whiff than the majority of down forward 1s. Forward 1 is now one of King's best tools. This is his primary approaching weapon, a safe, very long-range homing move which hits close to the ground, making it very hard to evade even for characters like Ling. This does ballerina stun on hit, and you can follow up with buffered throws. Forward 3 or forward 1+4 Justice Nipples. On counter hit, it provides a juggle, and on approach, it can be mixed up with running throws, running 3, which is plus on block, but quite easy to step, or forward neutral +2, i.e. genital ravaging fist. Forward +3, 1+2, sometimes referred to as genital destruction kick. Another strong mid move, is safe on block at -8, and gives a guaranteed throw on hit if you input the 1+2 as it connects, making it the primary choice for catching ducking opponents. On connecting the throw, King is in a good position for follow-ups. Another forward 3 will catch both get-up kicks. From here, you can dash in to mix up down 3 and down forward 1. It can be performed as a forward 3 to add some range. It also hits close to the ground, making it useful to beat low-profile stances such as Eddie's Relax or Ling's Art of Phoenix. Another useful but slightly slower power mid option which hits low to the ground is down back +2. On hit, this will also convert into a combo. Forward +2, 1. King's best whiff punisher from standing. It is 15 frames, knocks down, and is also safe on block. Apart from Yoshimitsu, when he's in no sword stance. Although the second hit can be ducked. It grants a free run-up down 3 +4 on hit, and wall splats. It can be mixed up with forward 2, down +1, 2, which launches if the second hit connects, although all hits are unsafe. This full launching string is guaranteed on back turned or after a deep sidestep left. This makes it a powerful okizeme tool in certain situations. For example, straight after a forward 3, 1 +2. If the opponent quick stands, they eat the full string right in the back. Down forward +2 is King's fastest standing mid at 13 frames. This has a high follow-up in down forward 2-1, which can be ducked both on normal hit and block, but it is guaranteed on counter hit. This knocks down for follow-ups, including a down 2 +3, a down 3 +4, 4-2, and sometimes a down forward 4-3 pickup. This only normally works against larger characters and or when King is very close to a character, or when he has a wall on his right hand side. The first hit can be used for mental frame advantage, so you can apply your throw and mid mix-ups. Like most other hop kicks, King's up forward +4 is 15 frames, -13 on block, and has 9 frames of active low crush. King's main difference from most other characters' hop kicks is that his is actually a hop knee, and therefore cannot be parried or reversed, again Jin aside. This makes it useful against some low sabaki setups, and when punishing characters like Ling and Raven in their back turn stances. King's full crouch down forward +2 is his other primary launcher. It is fast at 15 frames, and has massive range. This makes it reliable for punishing sweeps or long-range whiffs, and even some moves which other characters cannot normally launch, such as Paul's forward +2-2 or Hwarang's 4-4-3 for example. At -14 on block, it shouldn't be used unless you're sure it's going to connect. Back +1 has several uses. Back +1-2 is King's punisher for -12 moves, and is a useful whiff punisher. The first hit is one of King's primary counter hit tools, as the initial slap crumple stuns on counter hit. Its main weakness is that while it has good range, it has a very narrow hitbox. It will often fail to counter hit moves with some evasive properties, and will also tend to miss against moves which have any kind of crouch recovering property. The second hit is high, but can be punished on block anyway at -13. King's 2-1 jab string does above average damage for a jab string, and provides a good amount of frame advantage on hit. The second hit cannot be ducked, and the string is very safe on block, although the string is quite vulnerable on whiff. His 1-2, or forward +1-2, does the same damage, but is less vulnerable to getting sidestepped or interrupted, and is easier to do out of movement. He also has 1-2-1, a safe option which can be used to stop people from attacking back after 1-2 is blocked, or can even continue into his 10 string, which is not recommended but can catch people off guard. Down 3 is another move stolen from Armor King, and is King's most useful low. It hits grounded. gives small advantage on hit, and is only -12 on block.
It has short range though, and no evasive capabilities whatsoever.
In many ways,
Ultimate Raging Jaguar Kick.
It's just a generic while standing 4, but it is almost unique in how much range and damage it packs into a single hit. This makes it a primary mid-poke for King, especially as it can be performed from crouch dash, as crouch dash neutral input 4. The damage also means King can go head to head with other characters while standing 4 and win. For example, if Dragunov does down 2 while standing 4, King can trade with his own while standing 4 and come out ahead on damage. The same is true of Katarina's down forward 3+4 while standing 4. Giant Swing is King's signature throw. This is very fast and can be effectively buffered into a lot of moves. This can be done by dialing in the inputs while the move is recovering, and then pressing forward 1 directly as it ends, making it come out very smoothly. You can do this basically any time, so be creative with the buffers. Giant Swing has a relatively unique throw animation, where King reaches out with both hands, despite being broken with a 1, which can be confusing for those who break throws on reaction, because it looks a bit like a 1+2 break. It does a lot of damage, but the damage can be reduced by tech rolling as the throw hits the floor. However, if King throws the opponent into the wall, it will hit for full damage. Giant Swing becomes a spinning power bomb if done as an air throw, or a wall throw if done at the wall. This only works from the front, however. Giant Swing is best mixed up with King's up 1+2, his quarter circle back 1+2, and a quickly executed Shining Wizard. Shining Wizard is another one of King's signature throws. This has the same animation as Giant Swing, and is somewhat hard to break. It leaves opponents next to King and in a good position for ground hits. For mix-ups between down 3, forward 3, or more damaging ground hits like ground throws, or crouch dash 1+2. Shining Wizard, often notated as Instant Shining Wizard or ISW, turns into a running power bomb on an airborne opponent, and his wall throw on wall hit, and is also King's primary juggle ender. This is much easier to land in combos than it was in previous games. There's no trick to doing it quickly, apart from the fact that the first forward can be inputted relatively leniently during the final phase of another move's recovery. In his staple combo, for example, you can do down forward 2-1, tap forward once King recovers, then double tap quickly once he is finished recovering to start running towards the opponent. Multi-throws. King's primary multi-throws are his crouch dash chains, crouch dash 1+4 and crouch dash 2+3, and his Jaguar step chains.
While these are all slower than regular throws, they're still very useful. Even though they all look like 1+2 throws, 1+4 needs to be broken with 1, and 2+3 needs to be broken with 2. This means you can't break them on reaction, you have to guess. There is also no guaranteed escape for any of these multi-part chains, as the opponent must input either a 1, 2, or 1+2 to break at given points.
King's crouch dash multi-parts can be mixed up with crouch dash while standing 4, crouch dash neutral forward +3, which is forward forward +3, or his crouch dash neutral 1+2 for an unsafe while standing launcher. Because they have a 1+2 break animation, King can also mix up with his 1+2 throws as a third unseeable break option by performing crouch dash neutral up 1+2, or crouch dash neutral half circle back 1+2. His Jaguar step multi-throws can be mixed up with Jaguar step 2.
On hit, this provides for a free down forward 1+3 or 2+4 multi-throw attempt, or guess between a down 1+3, down 2+4 crouch throw.
Multi-throws are weak against movement and defensive options, so train your opponents to stay still with pokes and homing moves.
Forward forward neutral 1+2 is a powerful bullying tool for King. While it does no damage, it is fast, neutral on block, provides good advantage on hit, and a massive +18 on counter hit, providing a number of free follow-ups. The most reliable is forward 2-1, although other options are forward 1+2, and even an unreliable hop kick against characters with huge hurt boxes like Gigas. Despite being mid, this has a very high hurt box, so it can sometimes whiff against characters with weird neutral poses like Elisa, Lars, and most specifically Master Raven. King isn't a 15-move character, and he has a lot of useful moves not covered in this guide. Notable mentions are forward 4, a powerful, safe homing mid with good range that also goes over lows. This is especially good by the wall since it wall splats. Down back 3 is a long-ranged, high-crushing low that combos on counter hit easily with while standing 2-2. On hit it is plus and leaves the opponent in crouch, so it is also useful for frame traps. Beware that down back 3 is quite slow and launch punishable on block by the majority of the cast. Full crouch down forward 1 is a low with ridiculous reach that goes under highs and leads to a combo. This is easily blocked on reaction though, and isn't safe on block anymore. Up forward 1+2 is slow, highly linear, and terrible on whiff, but has tremendous range and leads to a combo on hit. Most importantly, it offers plus frames and forced crouch on block, so when used sparingly, it's an effective tool to initiate King's throw and mid mix-ups.
After full crouch down forward +2, or counter hit back 1, do forward 3, down forward 4-3, down forward 2-1 to initiate the screw, then an instant shining wizard. Remember to sidestep right after landing counter hit back 1. After full crouch down forward +1 and counter hit down back +3, do while standing +2-2 into an instant shining wizard. After down back 2 or up forward 1+2, do down forward 4-3, down forward 2-1 to start the screw, into an instant shining wizard. After hop knee, up forward neutral 4, while standing 1+2, or counter hit crouch dash 1+2, do 4, dash, down forward 4-3, down forward 2-1 to start the screw, and finish with an instant shining wizard. King's Rage Drive gives a free launch on hit, and also hits grounded. If it connects in airborne situations, it gives a free people's elbow or ground throw. If it connects as a grounded hit, it stuns for even longer, allowing for a guaranteed up 2. Hitting close to the floor in wall combos will also provide this effect. If you're close enough, you can jab into Rage Drive as a wall combo ender. Due to the way it leaves King grounded alongside the opponent, up 2 should only be used if the damage will finish off an opponent. King's Rage Drive is guaranteed in a number of other situations, including after forward 1+2, after his back 1+2, 3+4 Irish Whip, and after a forward 2-1 close to the wall. As a non-guaranteed Okizeme tool, it is also very powerful due to its ground-hitting properties. And even if the opponent stands to block, you get a free mix-up. Combined with his forward 2, down 1-2, this can lead to some outrageous 50-50s. While King's War Throw does a lot of damage, it scales heavily with extra hits. Its Okizeme follow-ups are also relatively weak. King gets a free ground throw after his 1-2 jabs connect on the wall. These do a lot of unscaled damage, and provide more advantage than his War Throw if successful, but can be broken with either 1 or 2. On breakable floor stages, the 1 break option, Genital Pulping Headbutt, becomes even stronger as it breaks the floor, enabling a free giant swing air throw. You can also land another jab into ground throw, although this necessitates omitting 1 jab from the previous combo, so that the opponent does not fall too fast off of the wall. Thank you for watching episode 5 of Tekken 7 Essentials on King. But an even bigger thank you to whoever came up with King's Tekken 2 ending. Now, let us all bask in its glory.
Excellent!
Lee Chaolan.
Come on.